Thank you for your interest in providing input on the development of resources that will assist students, families, educators, and other stakeholders across the state achieve positive outcomes for students with disabilities. This quick presentation will provide an overview of a proposed statewide network intended to address identified needs in the state, concluding with an opportunity for you to provide your input. Students with intensive needs typically require specialized interventions and supports that are uniquely tailored to meet their needs. The Students with Intensive Needs Network will focus on providing resources, supports, and products to local education agencies, families, and caregivers that are specifically designed to support students with intensive needs and result in improved student outcomes. Some students with disabilities may have intensive needs based on the nature and severity of their disability or other factors that require highly specialized academic, behavioral, social, and emotional support. Students who have severe cognitive, social, emotional, and/or behavioral difficulties often require unique and individualized resources to aid in achieving school success. Examples of these may include assistive technology or other assistive devices, communication support, devices or tools, settings and services to support the emotional, social, or behavioral goals, and other tailored services and supports that may meet the student's individualized educational needs. The purpose of the Students with Intensive Needs Network is to provide educators, families, and other caregivers access to and support in delivery of resources, tools, and evidence-based practices that meet the student's intensive needs and enable positive outcomes. Meaningful progress for students with intensive needs requires highly specialized instruction grounded in evidence-based practices for customized programming. We have an identified need and responsibility across the state to enhance access to and implementation of best practices to enable each student with intensive needs to meet high expectations and achieve positive outcomes. We must engage in new and innovative models of professional development that include evaluation of student outcomes and that are responsive to needs across the state. This network will also work collaboratively with stakeholders in order to have an ongoing feedback loop to both assess needs and gauge effectiveness of the activities. This network will also provide support and resources to stakeholders in understanding the federal requirement under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act for provision of a continuum of alternative placements made available to meet the needs of children with disabilities. A continuum of alternative placements includes regular classes, special classes, home instruction, and instruction in hospitals and institutions. This continuum of placements must also make provision for supplementary and related services to enable children with disabilities to be educated with non-disabled children to the maximum extent appropriate. Other relevant regulatory and statutory requirements may be additionally supported through this network. The Students with Intensive Needs Network will produce products and provide support services that will enhance learning and result in improved student outcomes. Some examples of these products or services include resources that support identification and implementation of evidence-based practices. Better understanding and implementation of evidence-based practices for supporting these students is expected to result in improved outcomes across academic, social, emotional, communication, and behavioral domains. Instructional supports and resources for students with significant cognitive disabilities would provide educators with knowledge and skills for assisting students in achieving alternate academic standards and meeting ambitious, meaningful goals. Products and supports for assistive technologies will provide avenues for students to have meaningful communication, access, and involvement in the general curriculum. In addition to the examples provided in this presentation, we are soliciting feedback and assistance for identifying and prioritizing needed products, services, processes, and activities that this network may provide. Input from parents and educators is necessary to allow us to tailor this network to best meet your needs. Please return to tea.texas.gov/TexasSped to complete the survey and give your input. Please complete the survey by June the 20th. Again, thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation and providing input to improve special education services in Texas. Have a good day.